In a world increasingly shaped by the whims of powerful leaders and shifting economic landscapes, the recent developments in global politics present a complex tapestry of ambition, controversy, and potential transformation. At the forefront of this narrative is Donald Trump, whose resurgence in American politics is leaving a significant mark on international relations and economic policies. As he embarks on a quest reminiscent of a mafia-style struggle for global dominance, analysts are raising alarms about the implications for the United States and the established post-1945 world order. Since reclaiming a prominent political role, Trump has sought to recalibrate the United States' position on the global stage, often favoring transactional relationships over traditional alliances. This approach, while resonating with a faction of the American populace, has drawn criticism from various quarters, including foreign policy experts who argue that it undermines long-standing diplomatic norms. The transactional world Donald Trump seeks would harm, not help America, cautioned a recent analysis pointing to how his self-interested approach could complicate U.S. dealings with critical partners in regions like Ukraine, Gaza, and China. Meanwhile, the economic landscape is also in flux, with countries like Argentina navigating their own tumultuous waters under the leadership of libertarian President Javier Milei. In a recent address to Congress, Milei signaled optimism about securing a deal with the International Monetary Fund (IMF), highlighting his government's reduction of hyperinflation and efforts to stabilize a beleaguered economy. "We went from talking about hyperinflation to talking about long-term stability," he proclaimed, referencing a dramatic drop in inflation rates since he took office. However, the reality remains more precarious, as Milei's confrontational approach towards traditional alliances such as Mercosur raises questions about the sustainability of his economic reforms. This political climate is further complicated by the rise of inheritocracy, where the ability to inherit wealth becomes nearly as important as hard work, posing a risk to capitalism and societal equity. As wealth concentration continues among baby boomers, discussions around generational wealth transfer are becoming increasingly pertinent. This trend threatens to exacerbate existing inequalities, as many individuals find themselves locked out of opportunities that could bolster economic mobility. In the realm of technology and innovation, the promise of CRISPR and gene editing technologies offers a glimmer of hope for addressing some of these societal challenges. As researchers explore the vast potential of CRISPR for agricultural and medical advancements, there is a call to action to ensure these technologies are harnessed responsibly. "Don't waste it," advocates urge, emphasizing the importance of ethical considerations in scientific endeavors. As global leaders grapple with these multifaceted challenges, the implications of their decisions will resonate far beyond their borders. The interplay between Trump's assertive foreign policy, Milei's economic overhaul, and the growing influence of technology underscores a pivotal moment in history. The outcomes of these developments could redefine the international order, with far-reaching effects on economic stability, diplomatic relationships, and societal equity. Looking ahead, the convergence of these trends suggests a future marked by both uncertainty and opportunity. As nations navigate the complexities of governance in an era of rapid change, the ability to adapt and innovate will prove crucial. The world watches, keenly aware that the actions taken today will shape the socio-economic landscape for generations to come. In an era where workplace dynamics are continually changing, the complexities of staff management, particularly within religious institutions, have come under scrutiny. Michael J. Brooks, pastor of Siluria Baptist Church in Alabaster, Alabama, shares a poignant reflection on the challenges of leadership and the often overlooked ramifications of employment decisions in his latest column. Titled "Reflections, You're Fired," Brooks recounts a personal experience that highlights the delicate balance between administrative duties and compassionate leadership. Brooks recalls the pivotal moment when he was approached by a member of the pastor search committee who bluntly informed him that a staff minister was to be terminated. Initially, Brooks did not dwell on this revelation, as his focus was on the myriad of decisions accompanying his move. However, weeks later, the termination was executed, spurred by the committee member's influence on his peers. Reflecting on this incident, Brooks expresses regret for not advocating for the young minister. wishing he had pressed for a more compassionate approach that could have altered the outcome. The emotional weight of such decisions is often compounded by personal circumstances. In his column, Brooks references the Ministering to Ministers Foundation, which sheds light on the often hidden struggles faced by those in religious leadership. He shares a story of a minister whose family faced profound personal challenges, illustrating the precariousness of job security in ministry roles. According to research conducted by the foundation, while about half of terminated ministers eventually find new positions, the search can be prolonged and fraught with difficulties, particularly for those without severance or health insurance. The current landscape of pastoral employment is marked by a troubling shortage of ministers. A situation that Brooks suggests may be influenced by negative narratives surrounding job security in the field. He recalls a poignant question posed during a church business meeting: "Are we trying to help this man or hurt him? And if this was your son, how would you want him to be treated?" These questions serve as a moral compass, urging church leaders to prioritize empathy over expediency in their decision-making processes. As Brooks reflects on his past decisions, he emphasizes the importance of advocacy and support within church leadership, not just for the sake of the individual minister but for the health of the congregation as a whole. The emotional toll of abrupt terminations can reverberate through a church community, leading to a culture of fear and uncertainty among remaining staff and congregants. Looking forward, it is clear that the church must navigate these dynamics with greater sensitivity and care. As the landscape of ministry continues to evolve, fostering environments that prioritize the well-being of all employees may not only help retain talent but also strengthen the community as a whole. Brooks' reflections serve as a reminder that leadership in any capacity carries profound responsibilities, and the choices made today will shape the experiences of tomorrow. In a world where compassion often competes with practicality, Brooks advocates for a shift in mindset among church leaders. Ultimately, the call to treat each individual with dignity and respect could mark the difference between a thriving ministry and a fractured community. As congregations move forward, the hope is that more leaders will embrace this ethos, ensuring that their decisions reflect a commitment to nurturing both their staff and the broader church family. In an impressive display of artistic prowess, the Sony World Photography Awards has announced its 2025 finalists, showcasing the extraordinary talents of photographers from around the globe. This year's competition, now in its 18th iteration, attracted over 419,000 entries, highlighting the immense creativity and diversity in contemporary photography. The finalists span various categories, including wildlife, sports, documentary projects, and portraiture, each presenting a unique narrative that reflects the complexities of our world today. Monica Allende, the jury chair, commented on the compelling nature of the selected works, stating, "From narratives of community building to explorations of collective memory to empowering stories of people challenging conventions, these works offer a diversity of perspectives on our moment in history." Such insights resonate deeply when one considers the impact of photography as a medium capable of capturing and sharing human experiences across cultural and geographical divides. Among the standout finalists is Michael Dunn's series titled High Altitude Golf, which documents the lives of Martha and Teresa, two women from Oruro, Bolivia, who practice golf at the world's highest golf course, the La Paz Golf Club. Located at an altitude of 3,600 meters, this unique setting underscores the intersection of tradition and modernity, as the women don traditional Bolivian attire while engaging in a sport often perceived as elite. Another notable entry is Chantal Pinzey's Shred the Patriarchy, which portrays a group of female skateboarders in India. This project sheds light on the societal challenges these women face as they defy stereotypes and reclaim public spaces, transforming skateboarding into a powerful act of resistance. The series encapsulates the resilience of young women who, through their passion for skating, challenge cultural norms and assert their right to freedom and expression. In the category of documentary projects, Laura Panic's The Journey Home offers a poignant exploration of the dangers faced by students commuting in Cape Town's gang-controlled neighborhoods. This series reveals the stark realities of adolescence against a backdrop of violence and social division, prompting viewers to reflect on the broader implications of safety in childhood in urban environments. The awards also spotlight environmental issues as seen in Cristobal Oliveira's Chilean Dark Embrace, which critiques the growing light pollution threatening the Atacama Desert's status as a premier astronomical site. The juxtaposition of natural beauty and industrial encroachment serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between progress and preservation. As part of the competition, the Photographer of the Year will be announced at a gala ceremony in London on April 16, where the winner will receive a cash prize of $25,000 and the opportunity to showcase their work in a solo exhibition at next year's Sony World Photography Awards. In addition, a selection of works from finalists and shortlisted photographers will be exhibited at Somerset House from April 17 to May 5 before touring various locations. The Sony World Photography Awards serve not only as a platform for established artists but also as an incubator for emerging talent, fostering a global dialogue through the lens of photography. As the competition unfolds, it promises to inspire and challenge perceptions, urging viewers to engage with the myriad stories that shape our world. As we anticipate the announcement of the winners, the narratives captured in these stunning images remind us of the powerful role photography plays in documenting the human experience. In recent weeks, two notable discussions have emerged that reflect changing attitudes toward time management and the evolving landscape of wealth in America. From the potential for permanent daylight saving time to the soaring fortunes of tech moguls like Elon Musk, these topics reveal how societal norms and economic realities are shifting. As the annual transition to daylight saving time approaches, many Americans are grappling with the impending loss of an hour of sleep. However, a growing number of states are advocating for a permanent switch to daylight saving time, a proposal that has garnered bipartisan support. According to reports, nearly 24 states are currently pursuing legislation to lock the clocks, including Connecticut, Illinois, Iowa, Maine, Maryland, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Even former President Donald Trump has expressed his backing for this initiative. The Akron Beacon Journal's editorial board argues that adopting permanent daylight saving time would not only eliminate the disruptive clock changes but also enhance the quality of life for many. The editorial highlights that the U.S. already experiences daylight saving time for 8 months of the year, making a transition to a permanent system more feasible than it was during the failed attempt in 1974, which was reversed after just 8 months due to unpopular late sunrises. In a world increasingly defined by remote work and flexible schedules, the push for permanent daylight saving time aligns with changing societal patterns, with many secondary schools moving to later start times. Fewer children would be heading to school in darkness. The editorial emphasizes that this shift could maximize sunlight exposure during critical hours and potentially reduce crime and energy consumption. On a parallel note, the financial landscape has seen a remarkable transformation, with billionaires like Elon Musk topping wealth rankings. In recent reports, Musk has reclaimed his position as the world's richest individual, with his net worth soaring past $300 billion. This surge can be attributed to the meteoric rise of Tesla and SpaceX, both of which have been at the forefront of technological innovation and sustainability. Musk's wealth not only symbolizes individual success but also reflects broader economic trends, particularly the increasing power and influence of technology in our daily lives. As billionaires accumulate vast fortunes, societal debates surrounding wealth distribution and economic equity grow louder, raising questions about the implications of extreme wealth concentration in a capitalist society. These two topics, permanent daylight saving time and the rise of superbillionaires, underscore the complexities of modern life. On one hand, there is a clear desire for changes that could enhance everyday experiences, such as more daylight in the evenings. On the other, the rapid accumulation of wealth among a select few highlights growing disparities in economic power. As discussions continue around these critical issues, it remains to be seen how public sentiment will influence policy decisions and economic structures in the coming years. Whether through legislative changes to our timekeeping practices or the ongoing dialogue about wealth and responsibility, society stands at a crossroads that could redefine both our daily rhythms and our understanding of prosperity. In a significant shift within the financial landscape, BlackRock, the world's largest asset management firm, appears to be stepping away from its previous commitments to environmental, social, and governance (ESG) initiatives, marking the end of what some have termed its woke era. This transition comes after years of the firm positioning itself as a leader in sustainable investing, with CEO Larry Fink at the forefront championing the cause of climate responsibility and corporate accountability. Back in March 2021, BlackRock's decision to join a United Nations-supported climate coalition, the Net Zero Asset Managers (NZAM), was met with enthusiasm from sustainability advocates. The firm's participation was seen as a watershed moment, lending credibility and encouragement to other major investment firms to follow suit in the pursuit of net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. At that time, Fink expressed pride in aligning BlackRock with the initiative, stating, "BlackRock is proud to put its name behind this initiative." However, the landscape has dramatically changed over the past few years. As of January 2025, BlackRock notified NZAM of its withdrawal, a move that has sent ripples through the investment community and raised questions about the future of ESG initiatives across the industry. Within days of BlackRock's announcement, the coalition itself began to falter, further underscoring the potential impact of the firm's departure. This retreat from ESG commitments can be traced to a combination of mounting political pressure from conservative factions, which have criticized such initiatives as overly woke, and increasing legal scrutiny that poses risks to corporate operations. Notably, BlackRock has managed to maintain impressive financial performance during this tumultuous period, reporting record inflows last year despite the controversies surrounding its ESG stance. Fink, who had long warned investors about the financial implications of climate change, seemed to be reversing his earlier positions on these critical issues. This shift has not gone unnoticed, with observers such as Mindy Lover, CEO of the sustainability nonprofit Series, remarking on the hardball political climate that has influenced BlackRock's decisions. "This is hardball politics at its best or worst, however you want to think about it," she noted, highlighting the complex interplay between corporate governance and political pressures. Interestingly, BlackRock's pivot comes as it maintains a favorable relationship with former President Donald Trump, who has publicly praised Fink for his financial acumen in managing funds. This connection may provide a strategic advantage for BlackRock as it navigates the evolving landscape of corporate governance and investment strategies. As the firm moves forward, the implications of its withdrawal from the NZAM and ESG commitments will likely resonate throughout the financial world. The departure may embolden other firms to reconsider their stance on sustainability and social responsibility, potentially leading to a broader retreat from these initiatives in the face of political backlash. In conclusion, BlackRock's recent decisions signal a pivotal moment in the ongoing discourse surrounding ESG investing and corporate responsibility. As the firm recalibrates its focus amidst external pressures, the financial industry will be watching closely to see how this shift affects the broader commitment to sustainability and the future of responsible investing. The next steps taken by BlackRock could set a precedent for others, shaping the trajectory of investment strategies in an era increasingly defined by political and social considerations. In a groundbreaking achievement for private space exploration, Firefly Aerospace's Blue Ghost lunar lander has successfully touched down on the Moon's surface, marking a significant milestone in the realm of commercial spaceflight. This momentous event took place at 3:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 1, 2025, after 45 days in space and a thrilling hour-long descent to the Mercosur, an expansive impact basin filled with ancient lava on the Moon's northeastern side. This successful landing signifies the second time a U.S. spacecraft has soft-landed on the lunar surface since the Apollo 17 mission in 1972, underscoring the resurgence of American lunar exploration led by private companies. At a celebratory watch party hosted by Firefly Aerospace in Cedar Park, Texas, excitement was palpable. "We're on the moon," exclaimed Nikki Fox, Associate Administrator of NASA's Science Mission Directorate. Firefly CEO Jason Kim echoed this sentiment, stating every single thing was clockwork. Even when we landed. We've got some moon dust on our boots. The pride and achievement felt by the Firefly team were palpable, with Vice President of Engineering Bridget Oakes emphasizing that the names of all employees are now forever engraved on the Blue Ghost plaque, creating a lasting legacy for future generations. The Blue Ghost mission is not merely a triumph for Firefly Aerospace, it is part of NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services (CLPS) initiative. This initiative aims to lower costs and promote public-private partnerships in space exploration, with a budget of up to $2.8 billion allocated for lunar missions through 2028. Blue Ghost is equipped with 10 scientific and technological experiments organized by NASA, which will be conducted over the next 2 weeks. These experiments include studying lunar soil, analyzing the behavior of moon dust, and a retroreflector that will enhance laser measurements of the Earth-Moon distance. The lunar landscape is set to become increasingly crowded, with Firefly's Blue Ghost soon to be joined by Intuitive Machines' Athena lander, scheduled to land on March 6, 2025. Athena will target Mons Mouton, a lunar mountain, in what promises to be another landmark moment for commercial lunar exploration. Following that, the Japanese company Espace is set to attempt its lunar landing, with Resilience aiming for a May landing at Mare Frigoris in the Moon's far north. This unprecedented trio of landers represents a historic first, as 3 commercial missions will simultaneously be en route to the Moon. Blue Ghost's scientific payloads are poised to provide valuable insights into the Moon's composition and geological history. Among its instruments is Lister lunar instrumentation for subsurface thermal exploration with rapidity. Designed to drill up to 3 meters beneath the lunar surface to measure heat flow and elucidate the Moon's cooling process over billions of years. Another instrument, the Lunar Magnetotelluric Sounder, will investigate electric and magnetic currents within the Moon, potentially revealing information about its interior structure. As Blue Ghost gears up for its scientific endeavors, it will also be treated to a lunar sunset, a phenomenon that presents a unique opportunity for observation. The lunar horizon glow, which occurs as the sun sets and scatters light through lunar dust, is expected to be captured and transmitted back to Earth, providing a rare glimpse of this captivating spectacle. With the successful landing of Blue Ghost, the focus now shifts to the wealth of scientific knowledge that will be extracted from the Moon's surface and the subsequent missions that will follow. The future of lunar exploration looks bright, as the increasing involvement of commercial entities promises to expand our understanding of the Moon and pave the way for future human exploration under NASA's Artemis program. As we stand on the brink of this new era, the collaboration between public agencies and private companies may very well redefine humanity's relationship with the cosmos, in a significant advancement for the management of cystic fibrosis (CF) in children. Recent research published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlights the impact of appetite stimulants on growth parameters. The study, led by a team from Hacettepe University in Turkey, sheds light on a critical aspect of CF management, addressing malnutrition, which is prevalent among these patients due to frequent pulmonary exacerbations and intestinal malabsorption. Cystic fibrosis, a genetic disorder affecting the lungs and digestive system, often leads to nutritional deficiencies that can severely impact a child's growth and overall health. With a focus on the appetite stimulant cyproheptadine (CH), the study examined its effects on children diagnosed with CF. The retrospective analysis included 45 children averaging 11 years of age who had received CH for a minimum of 3 months. The research team meticulously collected data on growth parameters, including z-scores for weight, height, body mass index (BMI), and forced expiratory volume (FEV) 1% before and after treatment. Significantly, the findings revealed that after 3 months of CH therapy, there were notable improvements in both weight and BMI z-scores, with p-values of 0.004 and 0.006 respectively. This contrasts sharply with the lack of significant changes in the 3 months preceding treatment. The study demonstrated that the most substantial benefits occurred within the initial 3 months, followed by a more modest increase during the subsequent 3 months. Additionally, Improvements in FEV1 z-scores were recorded indicating positive respiratory outcomes alongside better nutritional status. The absence of reported adverse effects further emphasizes the safety profile of cyproheptadine, making it a compelling option for clinicians seeking to enhance the nutritional status of children with CF. The authors conclude that a 3-month duration of CH therapy may be optimal for achieving significant growth improvements in this patient population. In light of these findings, the study not only reinforces the importance of addressing malnutrition in CF management but also suggests a potential standard of care involving appetite stimulants. As the research community continues to explore innovative therapeutic strategies, the implications of this study could pave the way for enhanced treatment protocols, ultimately improving the quality of life and health outcomes for children living with cystic fibrosis. Looking ahead, ongoing research in clinical trials will be essential in further elucidating the long-term benefits and efficacy of appetite stimulants in pediatric CF care. The evolving landscape of modern warfare state-sponsored proxies have emerged as a potent tool for nations seeking to exert influence while maintaining plausible deniability. A new report by Dr. Vladimir Rauta, published by the Hybrid Center of Excellence, delves into the complexities of these proxy relationships and offers strategic insights on how targeted states can effectively counteract these subversive activities. As tensions in Europe have escalated, particularly following Russia's actions in Ukraine, the use of proxies has become increasingly prevalent. By 2021, Russian-backed forces had wreaked havoc in the Donbass region, resulting in substantial casualties and contributing to a broader conflict that has drawn international scrutiny. The conflict has evolved into what Kaja Kallas, the High Representative of the European Union for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, describes as a shadow war against European democracies. This backdrop raises a critical question. How can states formulate effective strategies to counter the threats posed by state-sponsored non-state actors, NSAs? Rauta's paper addresses this pressing issue by examining the dynamics of state proxy relationships and the strategic choices faced by targeted states. The author emphasizes that adversaries often engage in a calculated manner, limiting their direct involvement to avoid escalation while leveraging proxies to achieve their objectives. This gray zone of conflict presents unique challenges. Targeted states must navigate the delicate balance of responding appropriately without provoking further aggression. The report draws on existing deterrence frameworks, particularly those developed by the European Center of Excellence for Countering Hybrid Threats. Rauta highlights the 4S model: situation, self-solutions, and synchronization as a comprehensive approach to understand and mitigate the complexities of proxy warfare. By refining the application of this model, policymakers can better assess and counteract the multifaceted nature of state-sponsored proxies. A key takeaway from the paper is the necessity for a holistic strategy that simultaneously addresses all relevant actors within the proxy ecosystem. Rauta argues for a shift in policy practice that acknowledges the intricate relationships between NSAs and their state sponsors. This involves moving beyond simplistic perceptions of these dynamics to develop integrated strategies that can respond to individual instances while maintaining a broader view of long-term geopolitical stability. The need for such an approach is underscored by the increasing frequency of proxy attacks in Europe, which, while not resulting in large-scale disruption, signal a clear intent to destabilize and sow discord among allies. The report suggests that in order to effectively counter these threats, states must adopt a multifaceted stance that combines deterrence with preventive measures and punishment, thereby creating a comprehensive framework for action. As the geopolitical landscape continues to shift, the challenges posed by state-sponsored proxies will likely persist, necessitating ongoing adaptations in policy and strategy. Rauta's insights serve as a crucial reminder of the importance of nuanced understanding and proactive engagement in the face of evolving threats. Looking ahead, it is imperative that nations invest in robust strategies to counter these hybrid threats, ensuring that they remain resilient in the face of increasingly sophisticated forms of warfare. The stakes have never been higher, and the need for thoughtful, informed responses is paramount as nations navigate this complex terrain, in a significant leap for private space exploration. Firefly Aerospace's Blue Ghost lunar lander has successfully touched down on the moon, marking a pivotal moment in the ongoing race to establish a sustainable human presence beyond Earth. This achievement, which occurred at 3:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 1, 2025, follows a 45-day journey through space and a meticulously executed hour-long semi-autonomous descent. The spacecraft landed in Mercosur, an ancient impact basin on the Moon's northeastern side, becoming the second U.S. mission to achieve a soft lunar landing since the Apollo 17 mission in 1972. Nikki Fox, Associate Administrator of NASA's Science Mission Directorate, expressed elation at the landing, stating, "We're on the Moon," at a celebratory event hosted by Firefly Aerospace in Cedar Park, Texas. Likewise, Firefly CEO Jason Kim remarked on the mission's precision, declaring, "Every single thing was clockwork. Even when we landed. We've got some moon dust on our boots." This excitement was echoed by Bridget Oakes, the company's Vice President of Engineering, who noted that the mission represents a permanent presence on the Moon for the company, with every employee's name engraved on the Blue Ghost plaque. The Blue Ghost mission is not just a landmark for Firefly. It aligns with NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services (CLPS) initiative, which is designed to lower costs and foster private sector participation in lunar exploration. Blue Ghost is equipped with 10 scientific experiments provided by NASA aimed at conducting studies that could enhance our understanding of the Moon's surface and its geological history. These payloads include investigations into lunar soil composition and experiments designed to measure the Moon's internal heat, a crucial area of research that could illuminate the Moon's 4.5 billion year history. The mission also sets the stage for a busy lunar calendar as it prepares to be joined by 2 additional commercial landers in the coming weeks. Intuitive Machines' Athena lander is scheduled to land on March 6, targeting the Mons Mouton region near the lunar South Pole. Following closely, a Space Resilience lander plans to make its own attempt in May. This unprecedented level of commercial activity on the Moon highlights a new era of exploration where multiple entities are competing to establish a foothold in lunar territory. In addition to its scientific objectives, Blue Ghost is poised to witness a lunar eclipse on March 14, when Earth's shadow will briefly obscure the Moon. However, as the lunar night descends shortly thereafter, both Blue Ghost and Athena will face the challenges of extreme cold and darkness for an extended period, testing their designs and capabilities. The Blue Ghost mission's success also underscores the broader implications of commercial involvement in space exploration. Janet Petro, acting NASA administrator, emphasized the importance of maintaining a leadership role in space, stating, "I think the way that we keep America first is by dominating in all the domains of space." This sentiment reflects a growing recognition of the need for collaborative efforts between governmental agencies and private companies to achieve ambitious goals such as returning astronauts to the Moon as part of NASA's Artemis program. As Blue Ghost embarks on its scientific endeavors, the data collected could provide valuable insights not only into the Moon's geology but also into the potential for future human exploration and colonization. The implications extend beyond mere exploration. They touch upon the foundational technologies and methodologies that will be crucial for sustainable living in extraterrestrial environments. Looking ahead, the success of Blue Ghost and the upcoming missions will likely pave the way for a new chapter in lunar exploration, potentially leading to more advanced missions that could establish permanent human habitats. As more commercial players enter the arena, we may soon see a lunar landscape bustling with activity, research, and unprecedented opportunities for innovation.